What's up, YouTube? So if you're at all interested in possibly becoming a sneaker content creator or a sneaker YouTuber, this video may be of interest to you. Before I get into it, I just wanted to share that one of my personal goals for this year is to create a few more of these real talk type of videos. And in these videos, I just share my personal thoughts, my genuine ideas when it comes to the world of sneakers and fashion. And hopefully these videos can be of either inspiration or educational value to you. So with that being said, it just crossed my mind that I'd share a couple of harsh realities when it comes to being an aspiring sneaker content creator, or in this case, sneaker YouTuber in particular. Alright, harsh reality number one is that content creating can be super time consuming. Just to put it in perspective, personally for me, it takes anywhere from 6 to 12 hours just to make and process one video. That's basically a whole 9 to 5 regular work shift if you think about it. It's just a lot of time when it comes to creating the video. There's a lot of behind the scenes, of course. So setting up the equipment, filming yourself, filming B-roll, then you have to put it all together and edit the video, and then after the video's done, then you have to optimize your SEOs, then you have to create a thumbnail. Basically, there's a whole lot of behind the scene work to process and publish the video. Of course, that depends on what type of content you're creating. If you're more of a vlogger style content creator, you don't have to put in as much time in one video, but you do have to pump out videos more frequently. Whereas videos like reviews, not as frequent, but it takes more time to put out a good quality video. Alright, harsh reality number two is that your passion is at risk of becoming a job, and that can be a bad thing. To be honest, there have been moments where I did feel like creating content became more like work. I feel like I can speak for most, if not all, sneaker YouTubers out there, but we really got into the content creating space because we've been passionate about this hobby. However, once you kind of cross this boundary of monetization and increasing popularity and an increasing following, then you're gonna slowly start feeling a little more of the pressure of doing more work. So for the example of sneaker YouTube, you feel a little more pressure to, of course, pump out more content, the pressure to collect more sneakers, the pressure to engage with your viewers and your subscribers. And if you're not mentally equipped to do that kind of work, then to be honest, you're probably gonna fall off the YouTube space very quickly. Luckily for me so far, I do feel like I'm doing this work at my own personal pace, but to be very honest, if I felt like I wanted to pursue this full time at full force, it would possibly burn me out, and it might slowly kill my passion for this hobby more. Alright, harsh reality number three. This is kind of piggyback riding the previous comment, but with content creating, you are always gonna wanna seek validation. As you gain a social media presence, as you gain more followers and viewers, you're gonna gradually fall into more of this rabbit hole of seeking this validation from all those people. And this can come in many forms, whether it's seeking for more likes, seeking for more subscribers, seeking for more views, seeking for more comments. It slowly starts to become more of this, like, I don't know if it's addiction is the right word, but you feel like you need it more. You'll start to itch for more of this popularity and this fame and this money. So you can see with this whole seeking validation concept, it can become a pretty dangerous rabbit hole, especially if you're not mentally prepared for it. Alright, harsh reality number four. There is such thing as too many sneakers.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now I know I'm gonna definitely sound hypocritical with this one, and probably a lot of sneakerheads isn't gonna like this comment, but I do hope that this is something that you can recognize. And that's the fact that there really is a point where you just really don't need that many sneakers. You know, don't get me wrong, I enjoy collecting sneakers like the next person, but if I really stepped back and was really honest with myself, I will admit that I definitely have way more sneakers than I actually need. You know, there have been research studies that looked into the negative psychological aspects of the hoarding mindset. You know, hoarding, collecting, bringing in a lot of clutter. All of those things can definitely have a negative impact on one's well-being. You know, basically the more things you have, the more stress and anxiety it might cause. And I've heard this many times, but it can definitely affect your relationships. You'll see these memes on the internet, memes and skits about how the boyfriend or the husband will be sneaking in or buying all these sneakers when the wife doesn't really approve of them. And as funny as those are, to be honest, there's actually probably a lot of truth in that. But either way, going back to content creating in the world of sneakers, you start to possibly fall in this rabbit hole of wanting to buy more sneakers, not necessarily for yourself, but just for the pure purpose of either following the trends or just doing it for the validation of other people. And so you basically end up in the situation where you have an extra pair of sneakers that you either didn't really feel passionate about or you didn't really need, but you just still collect more and more and more. Hence again, this concept of having too many sneakers. And that in itself can become another source of a burnout. Alright, harsh reality number 5, only 8% of YouTubers make money. Honestly, I don't know how accurate that statistic is, but based on various online forums I've read, there seems to be a common consensus that that number can be somewhere between 5 and 10%. So about 5 to 10% of content creators actually make money, but even with that, only 5% or less make a living wage. I guess that means that if you are an aspiring content creator, your chances of making a decent wage is extremely difficult. It basically means you have to put in 100, maybe even 150% effort just to have any chance of being monetized and making a living wage. This is unfortunate because I do feel like there are a lot of underrated and underlooked channels out there that create really good and valuable content. But you know, when it comes to social media and YouTube in particular, it can definitely be very, very competitive. And it pretty much seems like there's a lot of small channels that are competing against one another for like chump change and to even have the smallest chance of success at making it. But even once you feel like you've gotten there, it's just again a whole nother job and a whole nother set of work that you have to do just to maintain that level. You know, my intention for this video wasn't necessarily to be fully negative and pessimistic, but rather I'm hoping to provide some realistic insight as to what it takes to truly become a sneaker content creator and feel like you're successful or have a chance to make it. Or if not, if you're just a consumer of sneaker content, I hope this video provides you a little sense of more understanding, and hopefully you can be more empathetic when it comes to watching your favorite sneaker creator. Because you know, just because you're watching their videos, they seem like they have this prestigious collection, they look like they have it all figured out and they all have it made. There's really a lot of behind the scenes they're probably going through that you don't see, of course. So, you know, just have a little more empathy and understanding towards your favorite influencers. So ultimately, again, if you're just more on the consumer side of things, you know, just show some appreciation to your favorite creators because they really are putting in the work out there. My ultimate optimistic hope is that this sneaker creating space can be one where we all come together to learn from one another, be inspired by one another, and just have this overall sense of camaraderie and collaboration. So I'd love to hear in the comments below, where do you stand? Are you just a casual consumer of sneaker content, or are you possibly aspiring to be a sneaker content creator? If you just like to watch videos, who are your favorite influencers that you watch and follow? I'd love to hear about it, so sound off below. If you made it this far in the video, please do me a huge favor, hit that like button, it'll help me out a lot, and consider subscribing for more content on style, sneakers, and science. While you're at it, check out my other videos here or here. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.